What's up, WWE Universe, and welcome, wrestling fans, to my WWE show review on Tim Reynolds Show, as I'm reviewing the Friday Night SmackDown from Sacramento, California, and we see one heck of a show kicked off a little old school, with the Bloodline coming through security and the metal detectors and being searched by the security there for Friday Night SmackDown, and we would see the security guards get beat up and attacked by the Bloodline to kick off the show, a little old school way of really kicking off Friday Night SmackDown, as we see the Bloodline just beat the heck out of a bunch of security guards, man. And then we would get our first match of the evening up next, which would be for the United States Championship, as we would see the number one contender Andrade face off against the champion LA Knight. Yeah, and what a great match. We would see these two competitors leave everything inside the squared circle, showing off their athleticism, and we would even see Andrade deliver a badass spinning back elbow that actually made LA Knight bleed a little bit, and he almost was able to get the victory, but we would see LA Knight counter and be able to deliver the blunt force trauma as he hits the BFT and gets the victory over Andrade to retain his United States Championship. And then after the match, we'd see a show of respect by both competitors, as LA Knight would put his fist out and Andrade would put his hand out to go to shake each other's hands and fist bump as they show respect after this matchup. And then we would see it after this, guys, backstage, as we would see Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton, being welcomed by the WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax and also the Queen of the Ring, as Tiffany would be talking and running her mouth about how she can't wait to see either Naomi or Bayley be kicked off of Friday Night SmackDown forever, as this is sort of part of their stipulations for their tornado tag match later on Friday Night SmackDown. And Tiffany would say she would just can't wait, talking all kinds of trash to her nail and hairdresser, but Nia Jax would respond to Tiffany by saying, well, Miss Stratton, if you are the one that ends up getting pinned in this matchup, in this tornado tag, maybe you're the one who might have to think about leaving Friday Night SmackDown. Oh man, what a cryptic message from the WWE Women's Champion to Tiffany Stratton, as she's left there speechless, not knowing what to think. And then next up after this, we would see backstage Andrade after his big matchup there to kick off Friday Night SmackDown, where he came up just short of becoming the United States Champion. Of course, he would be confronted by none other than Carmelo Hayes, who had to talk his trash, had to run his mouth right to Andrade's face, and Andrade had enough, as we would see these two fight and beat the heck out of each other backstage, and it would have to be separated by security, and we would find out later on that it's official for next week on Friday Night SmackDown, as Andrade will go one-on-one with Carmelo Hayes once again. And then, guys, next on Friday Night SmackDown, we would see a big video promo. That's right, as we would be sent to Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets football stadium. That's right, as we would see a bunch of SUVs, black SUVs with Roman Reigns going out of the SUVs and into the center of the field there at the logo for Georgia Tech, and he would be welcomed by the undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, as he drives in a pretty badass Mustang, comes into the stadium with it, and meets Roman Reigns in the middle of the football field at the logo. And we would see Roman Reigns tell Cody Rhodes, you see this field here, I left blood, sweat, and tears all over here. I gave everything to this university on this field, and this field is my field. And if this is my field, then this stadium is my stadium. And if this is my stadium, then this is my city. And you best better believe that. And Cody Rhodes would respond saying, your field, your stadium, and your city? Hold up there, pal. This city here, my family lineage of wrestling legends have left their blood, sweat, and tears right up the road at an arena called State Farm Arena right now in this wrestling industry, where they gave their all. And this is also Cody Rhodes' hometown. So what are you talking about, Roman Reigns? And we would see Roman Reigns smirk and say, well, what are you doing, Cody Rhodes? You've gotten yourself in a lose-lose situation. You can't do anything. And when you look at it, you are up against a force who has nothing to lose, and you have everything to lose when you look at it. As a matter of fact, look at me as an example. See, Roman Reigns, I have nothing to lose. They took Jimmy from me. They took my wise man from me. They took my bloodline from me, and they took my Ulafala from me. I have nothing coming into this match. Nothing to lose. For the first time ever, I have no weight on my shoulders as I head into this matchup at Bad Blood. blood. What do you have, Cody Rhodes? You have all the weight on your shoulder going into this matchup. And we would see Cody Rhodes just kind of smirk. And he would smile at Roman Reigns, pretty much saying, you think I'm surprised? You think I'm surprised to see you standing here right now? I told you months ago that you would be a chief standing there with no tribe. And look at you now. Who is standing in front of me? Are you a man who can't even beat his own bloodline, his own family members? So who are you? And who is this man standing in front of me? Because you know what? When you look at it, you don't have anything right now. As we would see Cody Rhodes really respond by saying, take a look around at the WWE right now, Mr. Roman Reigns. The WWE already has a tribal chief. The WWE already has an undisputed WWE champion. So who are you? Who is the man standing in front of me, huh? And we would see Roman Reigns respond by going, okay. And Cody by saying, you're not. I'll tell you who it is. You're not the big box office that used to be here in the WWE, running the WWE for year after year after year. And that man was named Roman Reigns. This person I see in front of me, I'm not sure who it is. And we would see Roman Reigns go, so what do you want? What is it you want, Cody Rhodes? Let's cut down to brass tacks here. And Cody Rhodes would say, what do I want? I want to know if you're going to have my back so I can have yours at the premium live event Bad Blood, where it will be Roman Reigns teaming up with Cody Rhodes to take on Solo Sikoa and the Samoan Werewolf. And we would see Roman Reigns respond by saying, yes, Cody Rhodes, you have my word. I will have your back at Bad Blood. But remember this, when this is all done, I'm coming for what's mine. As he would look at the title cryptically. And we would see Cody Rhodes respond by looking at him. It goes and saying and cutting him off before Roman Reigns could walk out of the stadium and say, it is not yours to take. And Roman Reigns would then respond by saying, you're in my way. And Cody Rhodes would move out of his way. And before Roman Reigns walked off, he looked at the WWE champion and said, you are in my way, in my life. And walk off the football field. What a message sent by the original tribal chief Roman Reigns. What a Friday night SmackDown. And man, I cannot wait to see the premium live event where Cody Rhodes will be teaming up with Roman Reigns against the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, and the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Wow. And then next up, guys, on Friday Night SmackDown after this, we would see Apollo Crews in his matchup against Gianno Vinci. After Vinci got beat really bad very quickly 2 weeks ago, we would see him try to get his revenge in this matchup, but he would not be able to do it, as Apollo Crews would be able to get the victory in this one pretty easily, actually. But then Vinci would attack Apollo Crews after this matchup pretty viciously, making a huge statement, really trying to get himself settled on the main roster there for Friday Night SmackDown. Good luck, Vinci, but he makes a statement here with a beat up of Apollo Crews. And then next up after this, guys, we would see Kevin Owens being harassed by Byron Saxton a couple of times here on Friday Night SmackDown, being asked about what he thought about that video promo there with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, essentially burying the hatchet for at least one night to team up together and join forces against the Bloodline. Now, Kevin Owens has his history with the Bloodline for the past 4 years, making his life a living hell. So, of course, Kevin Owens would say, I'm going to go out to the WWE Universe and out to the ring to address them if I have to answer this question. And when he tried to answer the question, we would see him interrupted, of course, by the Bloodline out in the middle of the ring, where they would try to attack Cody Rhodes, I should say Kevin Owens, and then we would see none other than DIY come out to help out Kevin Owens after the Bloodline attacked him and beat him down, and we would see DIY really fend off the Bloodline, and then General Manager Nick Aldis would come out with a bunch of security to separate everybody, and Nick Aldis would say, this is a little bit of deja vu if you ask me, and I'm getting sick and tired of it with this Bloodline coming out and beating up everybody. So you know what? I see a team of 3 here. I see a team of 3 over there. Let's make it official. In the main event, it will be Kevin Owens with DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa taking on the Bloodline. And oh man, this will be a great 6-man tag match in the main event of Friday Night SmackDown. And then, as we would see shortly up after that, we would have our match that would be a tornado tag match. And now we would get to the stipulations of the match, as it would be Bayley and Naomi teaming up to go up against the team of Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. But the stipulations for this match, that whoever wins out of either Bayley or Naomi, they will win a WWE Women's Championship opportunity at Bad Blood. But if they lose, then whoever gets pinned actually gets knocked out of Friday Night SmackDown forever. They have to leave Friday Night SmackDown. This is crazy to think about, man. So the stipulations are very, very high in this matchup, and we would see these ladies leave everything inside the square circle, really giving us one hell of a match. And we would see at the very end, and really we'd see Naomi pull off Bayley a couple of times as the girls are confusing, trying to figure out who is supposed to pin who and who's supposed to win, right? And we would see near the end Tiffany Stratton be put on top of a top rope, and we would see them beating her up there, but we would see Nia Jax come to help out and beat up Naomi and Bayley before Naomi would hit a huge bulldog split leg right down on Nia Jax. But Tiffany Stratton would try to help out Nia Jax by hitting a moonsault, but then she hits Nia Jax with the moonsault. And then out of nowhere, we would see Bayley and Naomi take advantage, as both of them would get the pin in this one, as the team of Bayley and Naomi wins this tornado tag match. But now, who wins the title opportunity at Bad Blood? And we would see later on a general manager Nick Aldis office meeting where Bayley and Naomi are going at each other, trying to figure out who won, who gets the championship opportunity. And of course, Nick Aldis would settle all things, saying, well, ladies, we got to have ourselves a match next week, as it will be Naomi taking on Bayley for the #1 contendership for the WWE Women's Championship. Wow, what a match. What some drama there right after this match, trying to figure out who is going to get that championship opportunity. And then next up after this, we'd have our main event of the evening, folks, as it would be that 6-man tag match where Kevin Owens would be teaming up with DIY, or would he? Yep, that's right, guys. The Bloodline would attack DIY, taking them out of this matchup before it even started. And of course, Kevin Owens would do what Kevin Owens does. Just keep on fighting, Kevin. Keep on fighting. He would try to fight the Bloodline all by himself, but he would get some help shortly thereafter by the Street Profits, as D'Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford would come out to team up with Kevin Owens, and we would have our match finally, as the bell would ring, as the Street Profits come in as the new partners with Kevin Owens, and they would have one heck of a match against the Bloodline, as these teams would go back and forth, beating the crap out of each other, leaving all kinds of athleticism and everything inside the squared circle. What a match, what a main event. And we would see at the very end that the Bloodline would get themselves disqualified, a no contest, after they threw Kevin Owens up against the steel steps. And then we would see the Bloodline just go to start dismantling everybody, making a huge statement by beating the crap out of Kevin Owens and the Street Profits. And even DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa would come out to the ring to try to aid and help out, try to get the numbers in their favor. But with them beat up, the Bloodline made easy work of them too, as now they have laid everybody out on side of the ring. But we would see shortly after this, Cody Rhodes, the WWE champion, the American Nightmare, would come out to have Kevin Owens back, as he would fend off and beat up the Bloodline to help out everybody and help out his friend Kevin Owens to end Friday Night SmackDown after this match was ruled a no contest. Man, way to go KO to get to help out Cody Rhodes. Way to go Cody Rhodes to help out KO, right? But guys, we would see something really creepy after this. That's right. It was maybe a heel turn from Kevin Owens, as we would see him holding a steel chair in the middle of the ring with Cody Rhodes' back turned. And oh my goodness, man, you could have guessed that maybe Kevin Owens was going to hit Cody Rhodes out of nowhere with the steel chair. But Cody Rhodes turns around and Kevin Owens drops the chair, looking like he really wasn't going to do anything, right? And that's how we would end Friday Night SmackDown, with an embrace from Cody Rhodes to Kevin Owens, with Cody Rhodes lifting up Kevin Owens' hand in victory. But man, what could this mean, guys? Is this sort of a cryptic, weird kind of message coming from Kevin Owens, as we possibly see in a tease of a heel turn from KO? Would he turn his back on his friend Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE champion? Well, the American Nightmare has a lot more on his plate to worry about now. After looking at this tape, I'm sure he's going to have more questions too for Kevin Owens about the end of this matchup, with the fact that he came out to help out his friend, to aid him and all the competitors that were getting beat up by the Bloodline, fending them off, and then for Kevin Owens to stand there with the steel chair inside the squared circle, looking like he could hit him with it, but chose not to. It's going to be a lot for the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes to figure out before he heads into the huge matchup where he'll be teaming up with Roman Reigns against the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu, the Samoan Werewolf, at Bad Blood. Man, this premium live event is starting to stack up as the card is starting to look really, really good. And this has been your WWE show review on Tim Reynolds Show. Thank you guys for checking out this Friday Night SmackDown show review, this WWE show review on Tim Reynolds Show. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button so you guys can get more sports entertainment content and WWE show reviews right here on this show, Tim Reynolds Show. And guys, if you made it to this end of the video all the way through, thank you. You rock. You're the shit. I appreciate you. You have no idea what it means from this guy right here that you would take the time to watch all this episode right here, this WWE show review on Tim Reynolds Show. Make sure you look forward to the next one. Leave some comments. Tell me what you think of the show, man. I really appreciate it, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, share it with your friends, and I appreciate you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I appreciate all my subscribers and all my fans. This is my dream, and hey, we're just getting started, man. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Thank you guys so much. You freaking rock. You guys are what make this dream happen for me. Thank you. This has been WWE Show Review from Tim Reynolds Show. Peace out, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe.